Yo, welcome to Locker Code, where football is not just fantasy, but our reality, where you can express your excitement, your tensions, or even frustrations about the games, your team, your league, and performances of players. Let's go! Yo, welcome back. You're listening to C. Ren and PJ. Thanks for joining, man. What's going on, boys?
Yo. Ready.
Ready?
Ready. Bruh. Fantasy sucked this weekend. I got to tell you that. I mean,
it wasn't that bad, man.
It was bad.
It was bad?
Yeah, it was bad.
Man. Dude.
I think we all took L's this week.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It took me an L. It was bad. That part was bad.
I mean, we can't do anything about injuries, though.
Yeah.
So,
That was what got me, was the injuries.
yo,
But,
that injury bug, man, 2 weeks in, I think it's probably like, in the first round, it's probably like about 4 or 5 players that is already down.
That are out?
Yeah.
In the first round, it's like probably like 30.
We're going to get into it, but the number 1 and the number 2.
Yeah. Probably like 35%
Number
of the
two,
first round.
significant injuries too.
Yeah, number 2 was a significant injury.
That's
obviously.
crazy, man. And it all depends on how you draft too, because some people drafted Julio Jones in the first round, so that's kind of another one. Like, you know what I mean? I know that you notice that they're not releasing a lot about Julio Jones, but I feel like there is something going on with Julio Jones, bro.
I mean, if he's out, man,
Julio
Cage
Jones
is
had
gonna
4
go crazy,
targets,
bro.
bro. Like, wait,
I can't believe he missed that catch. That's what lost me. I can't believe he
Yeah.
missed that catch.
There's something going on with Julio, man. We need to figure that out. They need to release something. So that's gonna come on probably like Friday afternoon.
What it is too, like a lot of these receivers are having like hamstring issues. Like every receiver practically, like Julio, Devontae, Crowder, the list goes on and on.
Galladay.
All of it is not working out in the off season because of this COVID situation. Hamstrings are tight. Players weren't probably working out and as active as they would have been prior to if there was no COVID. So that's a result of that. So that's why we're seeing the body's getting acclimated to the constant workout, the constant grind again,
Right.
and the pulling and the stretching of the hamstring is causing a lot of these problems.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. But man, like, how was the weekend going? Other than your losses, man. I mean, I know y'all boys. Woo, know y'all boys are sweating right now. But how was the weekend?
Hey, man. The weekend was actually pretty good, man. I wanted to have you guys, come celebrate the Saturday with me and all that, but it didn't work out, as you know. But the weekend was pretty good, man. Had a lot of fun this weekend. Hang out with some friends and family and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool, man.
What's yours, Speed?
Good, man. Did some shopping, bought some stuff, bought a new MacBook Pro. Can't complain.
Bought it for the
See a
show?
little scruffle.
Nah,
right?
not just for the show.
No.
Not for that. Oh, got big plans over there, man.
No. This boy's
Yeah, man.
ready.
The weekend was good, man. Just chilled with family, man. Just really slept, man. After I got the note from you, I was like, I'm going
Yeah, I
to
was actually
sleep,
looking
man.
forward to coming
I was
too.
looking forward to it, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I was looking forward to you guys coming to. Like, I'm not even lying to you. Like, there was a lot of prep, a lot of adult drinks,
Yes.
it was a lot of stuff there. So that it was supposed to be a ridiculous weekend, and the weather was great. The weather was great. So
Yeah, it's good.
so yeah, man. And then, as I said, we're on the beach, so it's not even, it would be great. So, hey, I'll make it up, man. No worries.
Yeah, man. Well, let's get locked and loaded, man, with news, man. It's been kind of crazy. Yo, so Christian McCaffrey out for 4 to 6 weeks due to a high ankle sprain, man.
Hey,
Crazy.
If
Did
you don't
not
have
expect
Mike
that.
Davis, get him.
Hey, if you didn't get him already, it's too late.
Yeah. Now I know you went ahead and got him.
Yeah, definitely.
And we're going to talk about both of these guys right now, man.
Right.
But Saquon Barkley was, also got injured. He's out for the season. Now, how did you make that decision on what you wanted to go to? Mike Davis or, with Freeman being signed now yesterday or this morning being signed for 1 year?
For Giants.
For the Giants, yes. So how did you make that decision? Like,
all right,
how did
so
you come up with, like, hey, Freeman or Davis?
if you look at the dynamic of it, right? If you look at Carolina, right, it's a lone backfield for Mike Davis. He doesn't have any competition or anything like that. It's great that the Giants signed Freeman. That's good. But Dion Lewis is there as well. Dion Lewis used to be in Tennessee. Dion Lewis, he was just okay. It was just a guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
he
he's
was
a smaller back, too.
Yeah, he was a jag in Tennessee. And you see Derrick Henry took over, and they cut him right away. He went and signed. But what I look at with the Giants is this. Saquon Barkley, one of the best running back in the league, didn't have room to run when he was there. So I don't see how Dion Lewis is going to just all of a sudden become this great running back out of the backfield. And Dion Lewis is kind of a situational running back for me. He's a third down
back.
Yeah, it's like a third downer for me. So Freeman is there, so that means it's a split backfield to me. So I'm looking at that and I was like, I didn't want any part of that. So that's part of the reason why I had in one of my leagues I had the first waiver pickup. I didn't even look at anything Giants backfield related. I was like, I don't want nothing to do with that.
I mean, their offensive line is horrible, right?
Exactly.
Saquon got hurt.
Well, yeah, Saquon got hurt, and Mike Davis. I know Mike Davis is only for a limited amount of times, but that limited amount of time, he's gonna have decent fantasy impact, and he's gonna produce, man. Because when he was in Seattle, he produced. So it's the same thing. So
I think it's same average, right? Because Mike Davis is going to be here from now to most likely 6 weeks, right? Freeman is probably going to get some touches, but he's not going to get acclimated with the playbook until probably 3 to 4 weeks.
Exactly. So a lot of people are jumping on Freeman. Yes, Freeman is good for the long term, but at the same time, I don't like the Giants' backfield unless they figure something out where they can generate some blocking for the running back. Because I'm telling you, in the Steeler game, that's the number one the game of the Monday night game, right? There was no room for Saquon, no room. And look, week 2, Saquon is done. You see what I'm saying? So the Giants' offensive line needs some work. I thought they were able to improve that in the offseason, but it's not improving enough.
We talked about it during draft season. It's free agency coming up, what they picked up, and the draft, what they drafted out there. So we thought that they were going to have a good impact, and all of a sudden it was just lost your best player. What's going on here?
I know. It sucked in fantasy because that's number 1 and number 2 player drafted. And I want to say 98% of the leagues out there, that's the number 1 and number 2 player drafted, and now they're out.
In our league, I when I saw it happen, I was like, yo, you got away with one. Because you had the option to keep Saquon Barkley as your keeper. And you kept Henry from your first round.
The fella that picked Saquon, I know he's hurting right now.
I'm saying, you're not going to give a shout out to the people that told you to keep Henry?
No.
No, you're not going to do that?
Because I don't think anybody did.
Oh, yeah? So me and PJ ain't tell you nothing about that. We ain't had a conversation.
Let's move on to the Denver Broncos.
Okay. Denver Broncos, man. Cortland Sutton is out for the season due to a torn ACL. Everybody getting ACLs this week, bro. It's not even COVID. It's all ACLs.
It's ACLs or hamstrings.
Yep.
Let's go with it. You know what we should do? We should have a segment just for that. Who do you think is going to have a hamstring strain this weekend, and who do you think will have a torn ACL this weekend?
That's crazy.
Dude, you saw what happened in week 1, and we thought week 1 was bad.
Oh, yeah.
Week 2?
That's horrible.
Topped it.
I don't even know what's going to happen in week 3.
Week 3? Right now, I'm looking at backup players. It's just if I see a running back, I'm like,
every backup running back right now. Man. I don't even know why I didn't just do that last time. I didn't think it was going to be like that. Bro, we talked about that. Yeah. We talked about that in the beginning of the season, before the season started. We're like, yo, you got to start getting the backups up to these players. And we never did it. And it's bam, week 2 came in. It's every starting running back, we needed to get those backups.
For giggles. PJ, for giggles. How many running backs do you think is going to go down with either hamstring or ACL this week?
Not going to lie, I think Montgomery's going to be out.
Nah, I think
He just
Montgomery's
came
gonna
back
be
in.
fine. I'm gonna say 1 or 2. I think we've seen enough injuries. We can't take any more because there's not enough
you know-
players left.
Hey, man.
There was limited quarterbacks to begin with. So
The dudes on the
I mean
practice-
running backs.
The dudes on the practice squad is just like, let's
Ma,
go.
I'm next.
Kenny
Let's go.
Ballage,
It's like
Ballage
next
might
couple
get
men
some
up.
game.
No, man, it's crazy, dude. Like, it's just
So you got
ridiculous.
Cortland Sutton is out for the season now, man. You're looking at KJ Hamler, Jerry Jeudy. Do you think what do you think about their fantasy outlook right now is going to be?
It's risky because Drew Lock is out, which is their quarterback. Driscoll's in. They do have a good defense that's going to keep them in games, but I think they're a team to prey on with their offense.
Yeah.
The rookie in Jerry Jeudy, Driscoll is not a starting quarterback, so I think they need Lock back, and then we could reevaluate that offense. And Melvin Gordon, I think Lindsey was out this weekend, and he didn't do much either, or nothing,
Yeah.
do anything to talk about. So
'Cause there was there was nothing for anybody to be scared of.
yes,
Yeah, nothing else.
exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
Yeah.
even their defense, like you said, their defense is okay now because they lost their defensive end. They lost actually two other players too from injury. during that
Von
game.
Miller was prior to that. Yeah,
Exactly. So, the defense is depleted to me. So,
but their defense is still decent.
good enough.
Yeah,
it's
good enough.
decent,
Yeah,
but you're looking at just like you said, right? The offense is nothing now.
yeah,
So now the offense is not going to get first downs.
yeah,
Defense is going to be on the field more.
yeah.
They're going to get tired out. They're going to get ran over.
They play Tampa this week, so
They're
I'm
going to
happy.
get ran over.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I
my
got
that's
Brady,
so
bro.
bad.
I'm happy, bro.
That is so bad.
I'm definitely happy.
That is so bad. The Tampa, whoever has Tampa defense,
I do, and you're playing me.
Yeah. Yes.
Can we move
Best. Oh no, you want to move on? All right, cool. Yo, so San Francisco, man, Jesus, everybody's out. Everybody's hurt. Garoppolo is out. He may play. He has a high ankle sprain. You had the defensive ends, Nick Bosa and Solomon Thomas is out. Raheem Maserati is out. I was upset about that, man, because Maserati came in strong with the first rushing, right? What was it, 62?
80 yards.
80 yards rushing.
And then
on the
he had a
first down.
60-yard that was called back.
That one upset me. I don't even want to talk about that one.
Yeah, that
Oh,
whole
trust me, I got him,
the thing,
so you
the thing
know what
about
I
it is,
said.
I hate. This is one of the things I really do hate about NFL. Right, is the fact that all right, so he busts through the tackles, gone. He was gone. That holding has no bearing
yeah.
on
No
what
bearing
he's
on
doing.
what
So why call it? Why even call that
You
holding?
know, as a referee,
How you think I feel?
He ain't catching him. He ain't catching Maserati.
Yeah.
Let the hold go.
Dude, it was just ridiculous, man.
But this is what I gotta say. That goes because he had a big play week 1 as well,
Right.
and McKinnon came in and had a really good game.
Yeah.
So that speaks to the offensive line. And plus the injuries on the 49ers is, for the offense for Maserati or Mostert, we call him Maserati on the show, that we're talking about, and for Garoppolo, there aren't significant injuries. They should be back in a week or two, both of them. So it's sprains. For Mostert, it's a mild MCL, so that's essentially a sprain as well. So they should be fine going in the future, and they play the Giants this week, so
I mean, listen,
they're going to win.
Yeah, I think they're going to win that. They're probably not going to win their next game because you look at it, man. If Garoppolo's not in there, not that Garoppolo is somebody big in fantasy right now.
They get Kittle back
in
this week,
NFL. Yeah, you get Kittle back. Then you got who's their running? McKinnon as their running back. Wilson as their second string running back.
Yep.
But the quarterback himself is not that not that good. Defense is already hurting. Right, so they may catch a win this week. They're not going to throw the ball because they have no wide receivers right now.
Yeah.
Brandon Ayuk, who I thought was going to do well,
not doing anything
not
at
doing
all.
it. I don't
Jordan
understand. Kittle was
Jordan
out.
Reed produced last week though.
Jordan Reed went crazy.
But if Kittle is coming back, he's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant. There's
Yeah.
no
You
reason.
see what I'm
to
saying?
even
a
pick him
lot
up.
of people ran out and picked up a Jordan Reed, but I don't see.
I don't
them-
think anybody even started him.
Yeah, I don't think nobody started Jordan Reed. So they're gonna chase last week production, and I just think that's the wrong thing, especially with Kittle coming back. It's just Jordan Reed is just a waste right now.
I mean, honestly, I don't know. Because of the fact that they have no receivers out there, They may do a double
I
tight
like,
end.
yeah,
I
can
like
do it, 12 personnel.
McKinnon going off this week for San Fran.
I agree with you because McKinnon's going to have a lot of touches because there's no
Yes.
receivers.
See, the thing is, like, McKinnon game is a catching game. So I think,
It's going to be Wilson involved in that.
yeah, I think that dude is going to be a killer sleeper. You know what I mean? Especially, like,
Gotta start him.
get Wilson in your lineup in DFS
Now.
tournaments because he could be a good production for you, and he costs nothing. You know what I mean? If you're looking for a flex play, he
2,000,
like, you know what I mean, in NFS,
Yeah.
DFS, just go ahead and just Wilson is definitely a player that you should consider when you're doing DFS.
Yeah, man. But like I said, I think he's going to be. It's going to be all running games this week. Now you got your boy Devontae Adams. He's out. How do you think the wide receiver core in Green Bay is going to be? Because last week we talked about
The beneficiary of Adams being out
Is Aaron Jones.
is Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
It is
All
not the
day.
wide
I mean,
receivers.
Hensey scored 60 plus fantasy points for you last week.
Jesus. I'll tell you, I was mad. It went back to the time our draft now. I was like, yo, I was really thinking about getting Aaron.
No, you couldn't have gotten Aaron.
I know, I was.
Yeah.
I was hoping he was slid, but
So, but anyways, yeah. Out of the two wide receivers though, that are in Green Bay, Lazar and Scantley, I think even though Aaron Rodgers kind of like favored Lazar, I think I think both of these guys are gonna produce, and so I wouldn't be scared to start either one of those. You know what I mean? I think they'll have some production. Last year, Scantley was kind of injured, so Aaron Rodgers didn't really feature him that much. So the running game was what was features between Williams and Aaron Jones. Yeah. But this year, he's healthy. Lazard is healthy. Lazard is running his routes. He trusts Lazard. So both of these wide receivers are going to produce this week.
my thing is, man, I've learned one thing: don't mess with the Aarons. Because both Aaron Rodgers
and Aaron Jones, bro.
and Aaron Jones are going off. Like, could you imagine if they actually said, no, we're not going to go after a quarterback, and no, we're not going to go after another running back. Let's go after the wide receiver that we actually needed. They'll be crazy right now. That offense will be explosive.
So let me, devil's advocate here. Do you think the plays that Aaron Rodgers is illustrating is coming from the coach, or is
It's
it
coming from Aaron.
a couple of audibles, right?
Oh, it's a couple audibles.
I'm going to tell you why, too, because there was one play that the coach ran down the field to call a timeout, and Aaron already saw it, and Aaron was pissed when the timeout was done. He's like, I know what's happening. I know what the defensive look was. And when he already threw the ball, it was a touchdown to the tight end.
Yeah.
And he was pissed. He was livid. So, yeah, it's Aaron. He knows what he's doing. I don't need you to change the play. Let me do what I do. But that's one of the biggest issues, too. Because the coach wants to be like, no, I want to tell you what to do. So, like I said.
I'm just glad they're playing New Orleans this week. And Aaron Jones is not going to have a monster upon
You
a
don't think
monster.
Aaron Jones is going to have a monster
Nah.
game? You
Why
hope
you don't
Aaron
think-
Jones don't have a monster game.
Why you don't think Aaron Jones is gonna have a monster
They're
game?
playing in the dome, man.
Okay.
Yeah, and New Orleans is a better defense than most people give it credit for. So
Yeah. Still, they're going to.
it's not like
gonna be Aaron or Williams.
they were playing Detroit last week. So
Yeah, I mean, it is Detroit.
I know you would hope for the fans out there we play each other this week in both leagues. So
In both leagues y'all play? I thought it was just NFL.
Both leagues.
Both
Two
leagues.
leagues. Two leagues.
No-
You play each other this week.
Yeah.
No
So,
bets? No bets? No nothing? Just
no bets. We're just gonna go through the weekend.
You can't do
you
that.
see how quick he said that, right? He
he
didn't
can't,
even-
he can't
Hey,
get
I'll
a bet
do
and a
bet.
loss, bro.
I'll
You can't
do
do that.
bet.
That'll
You don't
hurt,
have
man.
to get all
Yo.
put your chest out for the
Yeah,
fans
like,
out there.
yo,
I'm not trying to.
Hey.
I'm not saying anything, bro.
If
Like,
you want to do a bet, let's do it. Like if you want to do a bet at 50 a
Hey,
game,
don't look at me, bro.
50
It's
a game.
your confidence,
let's
bro.
go.
50 a game?
50 a game.
you sure?
Dead ass.
You're gonna owe me $100 after.
Okay. All right. We'll see.
I'm giving you a chance
So,
50
to.
a game.
someone is coming to
50 a game.
the podium next week. Someone's coming up to
50
the congregation
50 a
next
game.
week, right?
50 a game?
50 a game. All right, there it is. 50 a game. Oh, no, I'm here.
We're shaking.
I'm
on
here.
it. We're shaking on it.
All right,
We're doing it for the video. We're doing it for
All
the
right.
fans,
No,
man.
no problem.
We're
50
doing
a
it for
game,
the
yo.
fans. We're doing it for the fans.
Yo, so your favorite
Can't
player,
believe you
which
just
we
bet me on
already
that.
knew, your favorite player, which we already knew this was going to happen,
My favorite player.
Will Fuller
We should have skipped over
Texans
this.
hamstring injury. Kind of already knew it was going to happen 6 months ago.
Zero comment on it.
All right,
so
cool.
everybody that was like, "Hey, Will Fulham,"
Yeah, I got you.
Next.
Tyrod Taylor out for week 3, man. Jeez, I don't even know what to say about this one.
I just see a malpractice suit coming.
Yeah, that was messed
I mean,
up.
can you believe that?
Doctors make mistakes too, but they are costly.
100.
Yeah,
This one is going to be costly.
yeah.
Well, you know what? He may not say anything to be in good grace with the team, but this is how I would play it. I would play it as like, all right, I'm healthy now, coach. Am I still the starter?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Listen.
Lawyers.
Listen.
I'm just kidding.
Listen. Tyrod Taylor has been in the worst situations in every team that he's been in.
Yeah, man.
He was with the Ravens. He won the Super Bowl.
It's the same thing in Cleveland.
Buffalo.
And Buffalo, too.
He was behind Flacco, won the Super Bowl. Got traded to Buffalo. He's like, yeah, it's my team. Then they went and go and got Josh. Then he got traded to Cleveland. Oh, it's my team. Then they got Baker Mayfield. And he went to San Diego, got traded there. He's my team. Behind Rivers.
He just cannot get a
And now they got a
break,
new
dude. Like,
quarterback.
look
It's
at
life,
that.
man. Like,
It's just no breaks,
We all
bro.
go through it though, man.
It's-
It's you got guys like Garoppolo, Kirk Cousins, who is
Whoever cursed San Fran,
Ryan Tannehill.
he should seek out whoever cast that spell on San Fran and figure out, like, hey, how do you reverse a spell on yourself and see if there's something can be done for him.
I don't think that. I don't know.
He may need to go take a shower in some holy water or some shit.
Maybe, but it's been 6 years. You should already.
He's
did that
he's
already.
better than a lot of QBs in the league.
He is.
And
he
a lot of
is.
starting QBs, like
He
I
is,
just
man.
mentioned. So
He is. It
Just
just
haven't had that opportunity, man.
It's just
That's
an
what I'm saying.
unfortunate event, man. I feel bad for the dude.
Yeah, man. So let's get to first quarter here, man. We got a couple of crazy games that happened over the weekend, right? But great, we went all 14-2 over the weekend.
That's what
14
I'm
wins,
talking
2
about.
losses, man.
We need to start betting on that.
Yeah,
That's how good we are, man.
that's how we go. I mean, listen,
That's how good we are.
I betted on Dolphins
See, the thing
and I
is,
you got a
lost.
lot of motivation to bet this week. Huh?
Oh yeah. I'm
Come
feeling
Sunday,
it
I
this week.
hope you still have that same
That
energy.
same energy.
Let's watch the games together on Sunday, man. Let's meet up and watch the games together.
Because you
on
know
Sunday.
my boy PJ don't like that. Because whenever PJ makes a
He
bet
gets
and he
salty.
watches the game
He gets
and he
salty.
starts to lose in fantasy, he
He leaves.
leaves. He leaves. Pete, don't shake your head like
When
you don't
did I
leave.
leave?
Pete, you left. There's like 4 times people have told me
When
that
did
you
I
left, Joe.
People have told you.
People have told me. Multiple.
When did I leave?
Did he
When
leave?
did I leave?
Did he leave? Did he
Leave
leave?
when?
I'm trying to remember.
I don't. What are you talking about? I don't
I've
leave.
heard you left. I heard you. Dre was out there talking about how you leave after you realized you were losing.
Oh,
see, I hear a long
yeah. So that was like a Thanksgiving event. You know, half of his team went off over Thanksgiving. He rolled over to the crib.
Yeah.
We all watching the game.
I had to leave to take care of some business.
Oh, that's what that was?
We're all watching the game.
Okay.
And then, my team's starting to go off.
Yeah.
And then dude is like, yeah, I'm out.
He's just out, right?
He's
He
just
didn't
out.
say no
He's just
personal
out.
business. He didn't
He's
say
just out.
he's just out.
I had to go do something.
All right.
Okay.
It wasn't anything crazy.
All right.
Okay.
You did come back and you won the game.
Okay.
No,
But
I'm not.
that was last year. Are we talking about this year? We're
I'm
talking
just
about,
saying, we
we're
don't
talking
want you to
about this
walk out
week.
again.
Me and you play each other. You're about to go.
Bro,
0-2
you know what's
to me in
funny
both
about
leagues.
you saying that was last year is that you guys live on the last 2 seasons when it comes to me. So
Who
I don't
keeps
even
talking?
understand.
You keep bringing up the championship that you cheated to win.
Listen to this, dude. Make the playoff, my dude.
Here you go.
Make the playoff.
First quarter, man. Let's go, man. Crazy games over the weekend, yo. What was your favorite game, man?
My favorite game over the weekend, no lie, I sat down and watched this game to the end, was the Kansas City game.
Yeah.
That Kansas City game was ridiculous. I was secretly hoping Kansas City lose too. I'm
Really?
not gonna lie. I was
Really?
I thought they were. I thought they were going to lose.
I like Kansas City, but I think the Chargers should have won that game. Like it was just they didn't have their starting quarterback. They had the rookie come in and the rookie produced. The Chargers defense was fire.
Yeah.
fire, bro.
One
They
of the
did
best
everything right.
defenses.
Yeah, they did everything right. So I really wanted them to be rewarded with a win in that matchup. So I originally went into that matchup saying the Kansas City Chiefs was going to win, but watching the game, I actually,
Enjoyed the game.
and I was hoping that Chargers win.
Yeah. Our favorite game, man. I love the ATL and Dallas game. Right? Just to come back. The onside kick. Like, I did not expect ATL to lose that game. There's no reason why.
But they've lost so many games like that. They're always in a
They
shootout.
should
They
not
live.
lose
You
a
remember?
game
Wait.
like that. The
You
New
remember what
England
happened in the
game?
Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Yes.
They
You
they
have to
live off
remember that.
shootouts.
That means, but listen,
If
you gotta
I-
understand. Chicago last year had the worst kicking season.
Yep.
Right? Always to the right, to the left, never in the center. Right? Always.
Who's that this
At
year?
that point,
There's
you
a
have to
team
get a
this
right
year
kicker.
who has
That was Tennessee.
Tennessee.
He
Oh,
missed
my-
4 kicks. Gronkowski.
Yeah, man.
4 kicks. And you're sitting like, oh my God, you're not going to have a job tomorrow morning.
You know who Atlanta reminds me of? Like they remind me of any Mike D'Antoni offense. Like
You're
it's
so
so
wrong.
much offense that
Yeah,
it's entertaining for the fans, but it's
But-
not winning football.
You know,
Yeah.
Or
D'Antoni's-
winning basketball.
You know, D'Antoni's in the talks of being the assistant coach and with the
I
Clippers.
don't understand. I get it, people. Like these people, the Falcons, they it's exciting to watch.
Yeah, it is.
But it does not win you games, much less championships.
Hey,
It
it's
doesn't.
exciting for fantasy, I'll tell you that.
Who's your game of
Oh.
the week for you? The Dolphins. Oh, God. The money you made, huh?
See,
Who did I make the money on?
I was
Some dude, yo.
I was
Some
just,
dude?
I was
Who
just
did I
about
make the
to
money
be,
on? See,
I was just about to be a homer and talk about that Dolphin game because honestly, man, I think the Dolphin game is a win. Just looking at the game,
They should have won that game. They should have won.
yeah, I
shoulda, coulda, woulda.
no,
100%.
I just personally
should've
just thought that wasn't a touchdown,
we
and
talked
that
about
changed
that
the
too,
whole
yep.
entire dynamic of the
I agree.
game. I think the ball hit the ground and he just held the ball on the ground. There was no. All right, you know what?
So what I want to say about that game, the Dolphins Bills game, which was a intercoastal rivalry or divisional rivalry. So I see a lot of growth from Josh Allen in
Yeah.
that game.
yeah,
Yeah.
A lot of growth. His accuracy, going up against two elite corners.
Not really one.
One,
Byron
what?
Jones got
Byron
hurt.
Jones got hurt.
Yeah, in the first
5
quarter.
minutes,
But
yeah.
yeah, so
I am shocked that the connection between him and Diggs is
is so good.
So good, bro.
It's really good. Him and John Brown is still terrific. He's gotten a lot accurate on those bombs as
Yeah.
well. So I think that they are a championship sleeper. I know we've seen them against the Jets and we've seen them against the Dolphins.
Yeah,
it
you
hasn't
know,
been the strongest of teams.
yeah.
But I like because Dolphins should have won that game. He closed it out. He won the game as a quarterback should.
Yep.
So I know there's a lot of talks for Russell Wilson being, favorite for. It's very early, but being MVP favorite. But Josh Allen is right there with him.
Yeah, he's
No, I
putting,
get
he's
you.
putting,
I
he's
get you.
putting
Putting up-
his name in there. But
Exactly.
until I see the Ravens games, the other games with top defenses,
The
on
top
there, I wanna see
defenses,
how he
yeah.
does.
The good thing though, like we were high, like me, and you were
We were
high,
high on Josh Allen, yeah.
because I knew his legs and everything else. And now that he's passing, the dude has an arm, bro.
Yeah.
Like, the dude
me-
can.
And you
I
have
actually,
speedy receivers. So
Yeah, that was the thing I was gonna say. It's the speedy receivers, and I actually like the fact that, like you guys said, Diggs and him are on point.
yeah.
I
This
was
this week
that.
they have a good challenge. So let's see
Diggs
what
and
happens.
him and Hopkins and Murray, I'm very surprised. Like the connections, the timing is down. It's
I mean,
like
but
they've
you
been
know, one
playing
thing
for
I'm
years.
not.
They look like Aaron and Devontae.
But as far as Hopkins go, man, it's Hopkins, bro. It's like
Wait,
Nah,
wait,
but
you
the
throw that ball
timing
to
is still
Hopkins,
good.
anywhere,
Hopkins was
bro. He's
always-
gonna catch it.
No,
Hopkins-
but none of us thought that. Come
Bro,
on, let's be
you know how
serious.
many
was
quarterback Hopkins
always
had?
quarterback proof, bro. Like
Quarterback
Hopkins,
proof.
Listen.
it doesn't
He had
matter
like
who was
7
passing
No,
the ball
I
to
agree with
Hopkins,
that.
bro.
But listen, don't you're
No,
not fooling
no,
anyone here.
no,
If we
no.
knew what we knew, you would have been a lot higher than Hopkins going. You said you'd have picked Julio over him.
yeah, with
Yeah, of course.
And now you wouldn't pick Julio over him.
No, I still would have put.
I still would pick Julio
No, I
over him
wouldn't.
because of
Not
the type
from what
of
I've seen.
offense.
Okay,
The
Not
type
from
of
what I've
offense.
seen.
different.
Kyler Murray is looking for Hopkins
100.
every time
He ain't got nobody
snaps
else.
the ball.
He ain't got nobody else.
So this is the
He had like 16 targets week one.
all right. So
was
this is
crazy.
the conversation I had with someone in the NFF, right? He was like, who is your first round pick? Who is your second round pick before the draft and everything? Like
We all know who that is. It's Drake.
right,
Yeah.
right. So
Yeah, it's Dre.
so
Shout out Dre.
and you can ask the dude. I was like, hey, if I'm able to get Mixon in the first and Hopkins in the second, he looked at me and was like, Hopkins? He's on a new team. I was like, I want Hopkins in the second round.
But the way Hopkins
And we
is
knew
playing,
that he wasn't going to go to the
But
second round
there's-
because somebody
the
on that
way
league.
Because I
Hopkins
know
is
somebody
producing,
liked
though,
him.
Yep.
he should be a first round pick.
100.
But
Hands
man,
down.
But if you man,
Everybody slides though, man. Everybody
how would you feel if you're Watson right now? Because if you're Watson right now, you're looking at this and it's like, I'm walking
I'ma
in the
tell you
coach
how you
office
felt.
and it's like, yo, I just want to sit with you for a second.
I'm gonna tell you how you felt.
Sorry.
I'm gonna tell you how you felt. on Hopkins' Instagram post from the first week, Hopkins was like, "This is what y'all been waiting for," and guess who liked? Watson. You know he's missing that, man.
Bro,
Listen, hey, I am happy. I'm glad the coach did what he did. I'm glad he traded Hopkins. I'm glad he's the GM. I'm glad Texans are 0-2. Because the reason why, at the end of the day, we got that number one pick. The Dolphins has the number one pick from the Texans this year.
Yeah.
So the worse they do, the better our pick is.
Hey,
Yeah.
speaking of Texans, they have the toughest schedule. They had to play KC, Baltimore, and guess who they play next? Pittsburgh.
0-3, baby.
Black and yellow.
And he gonna get fired. That's really the question. Who's
I
gonna get
feel
fired
sorry for
first?
Deshaun, bro. Like,
dude, I knew it. We had
all said it.
multiple conversation about it. That was his dude. That was
That was his man.
Watson,
That was his
dude.
homie. You can't do that.
Watson will, escape out of the pocket, and he's looking for one wide receiver down the field, and that was Hopkins. Everybody was like, "Oh, Fuller is there." Yeah, where's Fuller?
Yeah. I don't
Fuller
see
played
the
2
trade.
games and then he's gonna be out for 3, come back for 2,
Yep.
be out for 3. That's Fuller's game.
The trade
He's
to
not
me
dependable.
Listen, the trade to me still makes no sense.
0 sense.
the way Hopkins is playing right now, he's going to finish as wide receiver one.
Yeah, easy.
And I want him to.
What
I
do you-
want him to. 'cause
Calvin Ridley may challenge it because the boy looks good.
Yeah,
I want
looks good.
him to finish as a wide receiver 1.
If Devontae misses just 1 week, then
then he's still be up
wide
there.
receiver.
Yeah. Okay.
now we got heroes and zeros in the NFF league, our league, man. Who was your hero for our league? And actually, you go ahead and tell us what your record is too. By the way,
Yes, fans. Devastated by injury.
Yes. All types of injuries.
All damn types of injuries. But anyways, not feeling down. It's okay. It's all good. It's all right.
It ain't all right.
But yeah. But
I mean,
I'm
you
o-
score 61
Hey,
points
dude.
and catch a L. That's,
Aaron Jones last week was my favorite player. That was my hero. He was a monster. Sadly, I lost, even though Aaron produced. Hey, man, I got to make it up to you this week.
Aaron just
And
didn't produce. He produced as if 3 players were
I feel
in
like
one.
he's about to, flourish
Negative.
this week. Flourish this week
negative.
with Devontae Adams being out.
They play against a good defense, bro.
Devontae Adams being out. You
we'll
saw
see.
it, dude. Josh Jacobs
see.
just took them apart.
yeah. Who's your zero?
I think
Josh Jacobs just took
Josh
them.
Jacobs wants a contract. When a guy wants a contract, he takes anybody apart. He
Jones-
could be Jesus.
Aaron
Jones
Jones
is
is
on
the
a
same
contract
thing.
too. It's his
Aaron
contract.
Jones is going into contract year.
his contract
That's why he's producing
I see,
like he's
I see 15, 16, 17 points from him.
all right. Hey, I
Not
know. I'm
61.
playing you. That's your hope. I get
Not
it.
I don't see
not
61.
not
I don't
not
see
61 that he
I mean, but
produced
even
last
16
week.
is good. Don't get me wrong, but not
16 is
61.
all right.
But he's hoping because I'm playing him this week.
Yeah.
So I get the hope. So that's cool. My dud of the week, man, was J.K.
$50 bet
Dobbins,
on
man. Jesus.
Yeah.
J.K. Dobbins give me a decent number of points, I would have won. But it's fantasy, man. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. I got my hero was Zeke Elliott, 22 rushes, 89 rushing yards, 1 touchdown, 33 receiving, 27 points. I also actually like Kareem Hunt from Thursday night. I've kind of put him inside there. He had 10
That's a
rushes,
fluke, man.
86
It's a
yards.
sorry defense, man. So I don't really.
Let's calm down
count
and
that.
worry
But
about
yo,
Aaron
you
Jones
mentioned
right
Zeke.
now,
You mentioned Zeke.
Yeah.
I think I had this conversation with PJ, or probably both of y'all. Y'all noticed that Zeke didn't start the game?
Yeah.
Yep. I noticed that too.
I heard there's a beef.
Yep.
There's a
that
beef
right?
between Dak and him.
Listen.
Let's see how that works out.
I know how it's going to work out. Jerry Jones already had that conversation with Dak. Don't let that happen again. I don't care what y'all issue is. Don't put that shit on the field.
But it's not. What I'm saying is like, it's not Dak that made that decision to have Pillards. Like, how you like you
I
just
don't know.
you're paying this dude 15 mil, and yet you're gonna start the backup running back. I just didn't understand that. That doesn't make any sense to me.
That's McCarthy. That's how McCarthy plays.
Yeah,
He's
man.
gonna try to. He's gonna try to switch the
Listen,
offense.
man, that doesn't make any sense to me, man.
He wants
Like,
to trick you.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's not tricking anybody.
Yeah. So my dud. So I had those two as my heroes. I couldn't decide on which one, but my zero was Lazard. I expected him to come out and play without Adams there. I thought he was gonna prove like, listen, I'm your number 2 guy.
That's an Aaron Jones effect, man.
And
You
then
can't
Aaron
help it.
Jones was the number 2 guy.
Yeah,
Aaron
that's
Jones
an Aaron
took
Jones
that.
effect.
Adams had, Lazard had 7.5. Yeah, and I'm 1-1 in the league, which is dope. I lost by Edelman.
Edelman.
He went off on Monday Night Football.
Oh
Just
my
killed
Yeah, he
me.
God,
did.
Edelman was a
went
monster
off.
on Monday.
And I think he's going to continue to produce.
Yeah, I do too. I think like
Definitely.
you said, Cam's
favorite
that's
target.
That's his favorite target, and we knew that was going to happen anyways, right? So he,
That's
I thought-
another duo that's clicking.
yeah.
Yeah,
and
it's
offense.
clicking. I didn't see. I'm gonna be honest.
Really?
I didn't see Edelman being
True.
the go-to for Cam. I thought, because when you look at Cam track record, Cam like those big receiver that can go up.
Like the Kelvin Benjamin. and
Yeah, he likes those wide receiver that can go up over those short corners and he can just throw it high because he's not really an accurate quarterback. So he can throw it high. They have a wide radius, and he will go ahead. Those wide receivers can go out and get those balls.
Yeah.
So I didn't expect Edelman, but Edelman is just like
It's Edelman.
it's just like this annoying dude that's just. Man, he's just everywhere. Like every time I see the dude in the game, he is free.
Yeah.
There's
'Cause
absolutely
he's
no
going
corners or
across.
safety around it. I'm
He's
like,
going
yo, what's
across,
going on?
And then he's going right back
right,
around.
yeah, I'm like, the dude is just fast, and he just plays the middle of the field.
all day. And that's
All
that's
day.
his thing. That's his yards right there.
Yeah, he
If
just
you
plays
ca-
the middle of
If
the
you miss
field.
him, he's gonna make yards. He's
Yeah.
gonna
Alright.
10, 15.
So my hero, Russell Wilson, not on my team, but he single-handedly beat me. I'm
was that
pissed?
wasn't in the NFF, right? That was in Dynasty?
NFF.
NFF?
So let's talk about his week 2 numbers and week 1. 28 attempts, 21 completions, 288 passing yards, 5 touchdowns,
Yep.
75% completion percentage. Week 1, 35 attempts, 31 completions, which is ridiculous. 89%. That's 89% completion rate. So within 2 games, 9 touchdowns. Obviously, if you listen to ESPN, First Take, Colin Kaepernick, I don't know, everywhere. He's obviously Colin Howard. He's obviously the running away with MVP right
Listen,
now.
they gave him the green light.
Yeah,
They gave him the
and
green light
he
to
is
throw the ball.
and
Let
yes.
Russell cook, man.
He's cooking.
No, he's more than cooking. And he
that's that pepper
it's
shrimp.
funny because it's funny because watching the game early, Greg Olsen, the pick
Yeah.
six
Yep, I remember. Yep.
was completely Olsen. I don't know, Olsen, it just went through his hands.
Yep.
And Russell still came out afterwards and
Smash.
5 touchdowns.
One of the best against one of the best corners. Like Metcalf went off.
Yeah.
Against one of the
Tyler
best.
Lockett, and forgive me, but I was never a Tyler Lockett fan, and I'm starting to pick him in a lot of my DFS
I'm
lineups.
just
No,
saying.
Lockett was.
Just saying. Who told y'all about Lockett?
You've told us
All right,
about
that's
it.
what I'm just saying.
But you also haven't made a playoff.
Yo, let's calm down. Yo, I'm
right.
just saying that part.
So my zero of the week and it's not really a zero, but I just expect more. I also expect more from him and Henry. Is Dalvin Cook, and partially he hasn't gotten a lot of attempts because they're playing from behind. So in week 2 he had 14 attempts. Week 1 he had 12 attempts with 50 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, and week 2 he had 14 attempts with 63 rushing yards and a touchdown, 2-point conversion. So he still gave me double digit points. 1 week was plus 20. 1 week was, I think, was like 19. But that's because of the touchdown. On a team where the offense is built around you, I expect to see more. I expect to see him more in the passing game. He's only getting like 2 or 3 targets. He needs to be getting 8, 9 targets a game. So that has a lot to do with coaching, quarterback, not just necessarily him. So I just expect to see more from Dalvin Cook and also Derrick Henry, who is getting the most rushes in the NFL
and
not doing much with his touchdowns.
Yeah.
Let's get to second quarter here, man. Let's go Thursday night football. Got Miami and Jacksonville. Miami gets this win?
Negative.
Wow.
All right.
Jacksonville. Okay.
I'm picking the Dolphins.
Stop being a homer. Stop it. Listen, stop, guys.
What are you talking about?
Jacksonville is about to get up. If you, in that, you know what I'm talking about.
What you mean?
Did you see the offense?
I have the Dolphins. I have the Dolphins.
I have the Dolphins.
Yeah, I have the Dolphins.
Dolphins, when we played against KC, you still would have picked the Dolphins.
So what's wrong with getting the Dolphins?
There's nothing wrong with it, but they don't win this game.
So you think they're losing this game?
Yes, I'm positive.
All right, why you say they were winning this game?
Jacksonville is a good team. Have you seen them in the last? Have you? Okay. We Jacksonville, you guys trashed them and they weren't going to do this, and you pressed the fantasy button on me in prior to week 1 against the Colts. And what did Jacksonville do? Jacksonville won. Jacksonville put points on the board. I know your boy Fitzpatrick took that shot at Minshew. Was it today?
Yeah.
Took that shot at Minshew with the mustache and the beard. The mustache scores points. The mustache doesn't get to the goal line.
But the thing is,
can't
like,
figure it out.
Nah, but the Dolphins score points as well.
And James Robinson is a sleeper that's going to run up and through the Dolphins that can't stop the rushing attack.
All right, so you're saying the Dolphins can't stop the rushing attack, right? You know who is worse than the Dolphins in the rushing, stopping rushing? Jacksonville Jaguars.
So you're saying I should start
30.
Gaskin?
They
Yes.
of course.
Of course you start Gaskin.
Dude, the Jacksonville
I may take
Jaguar
you up
has
on
given up they're the 30th in the league.
Yep.
The 30th in run defense in the league. So that's why, and Dolphins has 3 decent running backs that can like pound the ball, and I think all 3 are going to get game right now.
Yeah.
And that's where I think the Dolphin game, slow the game down, keep the ball out of Minshew's hand, and just pound it. Gaskins, Breda, Howard, and just pound it on them because they have one of the worst run defense in the NFL.
I think it's going to lead up to the running game. I think
it's going to be a close game. I think James Robinson is going to be a starter of that game. Maybe I'll start Gaskin because I do have him. I like him. But yeah, I take Jacksonville in this one.
Jacksonville has the past 2 games 5 rushing touchdowns to running backs.
But they're putting up points. They're your poor man's Atlanta right now.
And the passing, I'm sorry, I apologize. That was passing. 5 passing touchdowns. So I think
talking about Gardner?
No. I'm talking about the defense, Jacksonville defense.
Yep.
So I think both Parker and Williams has a great chance, and Gesicki. I think I would start.
I like Gesicki.
I would start either one of those wide receivers. Because
I think DJ Shark on the Jacksonville to start too.
Yeah, I do like DJ Shark. Yeah. DJ Shark. Dolphins, for some reason, especially with the corner out, I think they will have success in the passing game.
Yeah.
And we can't. I say we, but the Dolphins can't stop the run for nothing either. So
the run is the issue. It's
So
not
James
the passing.
Robinson is going to go.
So it's going to be a slow.
Robinson's going to go off.
It's going to be a slow game. It's not going to be as excited. the excitement will come on third down. They'll pass the ball downfield, and it's going to be for chunk yardage. It's not going to be for like a 2 yard or whatever. It's going to be some chunk yardage between both teams. And I just think the Dolphins has a better all around team that hopefully they'll than Jacksonville.
I mean, listen, I say start Minshew. Dolphins, Byron Jones is out for this week with the groin injury. Minshew had 339 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions against Titans. 23 fantasy points.
He played against 2 good defenses.
He played against 2 good defenses.
So why would I not pick Jacksonville to win this game?
You can, and you had.
But you're going with the homer.
I'm going with the homer.
All right, enough said.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Minshew had 5-6 passing touchdowns. I'm not saying don't start him. I think it's going to be a shootout. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, 17-10, 24-17, around that area. Not something crazy, but you got to start Minshew. And Minshew's in the waiver wire right now, so not a lot of people have this guy starting or even picked up. So if you need a quarterback, that's the guy you go. I know I did. So you go in Miami.
Yeah, I'm going Miami as well.
All right, cool. So we got Houston and Pittsburgh. PJ.
All right, so Houston, Pittsburgh. All right, so Ben Roethlisberger has been a sleeper beast in the past 2 weeks. 41 passing attempts last week, 71% completion rate, 2 touchdowns in week 1, 32 attempts with 3 touchdowns. He has multiple weapons in your Deontay Johnson and Juju, Claypool, Washington. The list goes on. So they're playing against the Texans. It's you're about to see a lion attack a gazelle over here. Deontay, 23 targets in 2 weeks. Juju, 14 targets in 2 weeks. So I think it's safe to say that Deontay is looking like his favorite target. And they're saying that Deontay is dealing with a toe issue, if I'm not mistaken. But I think the sleeper and the person that is really going to go off this week is James Conner. James Conner had 16 rushing attempts, 106 yards and 1 rushing touchdown last week. I project him to have 19 plus attempts, easily over 20 attempts this week, as they're going to be up the entire game, over 100 yards and 2 plus touchdowns. So I think in all formats, James Conner is going to be the man. DFS, definitely you want to get him on your team. I would stay away. As you could see, most teams that go to Pittsburgh don't put up a lot of points. History shows that. And you have a team with Cooks, Fuller, David Johnson, and Watson. That's injuries kind of waiting to happen. So I would, in DFS, stay away from everyone on Houston. You could you
don't play nobody.
You don't play nobody from Houston. In Pittsburgh, David Johnson hasn't had a lot of rushing attempts. I think 21 in the past 2 weeks. In the past 2 weeks. So that's really low, and that's mostly because they're playing from behind. So, as stated before, I don't see this faring well for anyone on Houston. It's going to be a very tough game. Maybe you could fade Cooks or fade a receiver because Will Fuller is out, because Watson is going to have to throw to keep this game interesting. But David Johnson, hopefully after this week, I'm not sure who they play the next week, but they've had the toughest schedule starting out.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I think it's all the way Pitt. Houston's not going to win that game. They have no firepower. David Johnson, like you said, I wouldn't start. I wouldn't put him on that field. And that's
I will.
I know he will.
Go ahead.
Because he has no choice.
Please do.
He has no choice. Not against Pitt.
I hope you don't take what we're saying and then you go, tonight we see David Johnson's on the bench. And
listen,
who do you have back there?
My lineup is not set,
Dobbins.
so I'll let you.
Now his lineup is a set.
My lineup is not set.
Never set, yo.
Yeah.
Sometimes he put the whole lineup on the bench.
Magically Sunday at 12:55, we see David Johnson on the bench. Huh?
I see what I did. I literally come Saturday every player is out.
Yep,
Like
every player
out of my lineup.
Because he doesn't. He basically does not want you to know what he's trying to do.
I don't
Right.
care
So
what you
Everything's
do.
on there.
You're going down
Okay. Hey,
in both leagues
we got 50 on it, so don't worry.
on each game.
At
Each
game.
league.
Yeah, we got 50 on it. So, anyways,
So Ren, you got
Cincinnati
and
on
the Eagles, bro.
Philly, man. Hey, this game is kind of crazy. So, if you have Philly defense, start him. Start him against the rookie. Because Burrow looks decent in week 1. Week 2, crap against like another bad defense, right? In the Browns.
I mean, defensive line is not bad.
No, the defense.
The secondary is for the Browns.
But here's the flip side.
Yeah.
Cincinnati. Hey, if you have any Cincinnati wide receivers, start them against Philly.
You got to start him in Philly.
Hey, start them against Philly. Philly improved over the offseason, but I still think like this is gonna be. It's not gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a lot of penalties. It's gonna be a lot of it can be a lot of points from the Philly side and the Cincinnati side. But I feel like Cincinnati has more weapons, so more fantasy points is there. So Tyler Boyd is a definite start for me going up against Philly. AJ Green, I don't know what's going on with that dude, man. But Mixon, start Mixon. If you were scared of playing Mixon after 2 weeks, this is the week Mixon is gonna make you feel good that you drafted him in the first round for sure. Like, because since Philly defense has ranked 22nd against the rush, I'm saying so horrible against the rush. So definitely start Mixon. Sanders, same thing. Oh my gosh, Sanders is gonna eat this week. Cincinnati is ranked 30th against the run. So if put these guys in your lineup for sure. These two running backs, Mixon and Sanders, for sure. Deshaun Jackson has the opportunity to redeem himself, so you can take a long shot at him. Is more like a flex play for me. But Tyler Boyd is a definite must start. AJ Green is another flex start. But so those are the fantasy impact.
I think AJ is finally going to come out and play. And also, who do you think it's the issue? Is it AJ or is it Burrow?
It's not an issue. It's just a quarterback comes in, a quarterback, start playing with the wide receivers, and the quarterback just adapt to a wide receiver, and that's it. So that's the thing about like back in the back when we just started the show. One of the things that I was always talking about is like timing and chemistry counts. It's not necessarily because your name is out there that means you're the better player when a new quarterback has come in. So you know what I mean. So you have to look at that. Like Mike Williams on the Chargers may not be anything good. You know what I mean? Because he made the rookie Herbert.
Yeah.
Herbert may decide that, hey, my favorite target is Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
And Eckler.
Yeah.
So sorry, dude, that's running down the field. I'm not about that life.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm not throwing it deep like
so that. Yeah, so it's not necessarily like anybody's fault. It's just who Burrow has a vibe with. So that's what it is.
Yo, so I got Washington and the Browns. Browns is gonna win. Yeah, that's straight simple. I mean, I hope the commercial guy finally understands and gets it from the last week's game.
I don't know, man, because the thing about it is the Browns has a
defensive line.
The defensive line for the Washington is ridiculous.
Yes.
With Chase and all of them.
Lines.
Like, so it's
yes, but I think with the
what Baker did last week, I feel like that was anomaly. Like, it's not necessarily what you can expect from Baker in the future.
And Baker didn't do much.
He didn't do much. It's the
much.
running back.
It was Chubb and Kareem Hunt.
But I think that's where it's at. The defensive line for Washington is great. So now you got Chubb and Hunt. That's going to be running the ball back and forth, and they're going to get that defense.
But
that secondary is not that good with Washington.
Listen.
And I still feel like
they went up against Cincinnati that was ranked 30th against run defense.
Yep.
How many teams are in the NFL?
Yeah, 32.
Yeah. I think the defensive line for Washington is a lot better.
What about the
and they're not gonna the secondary.
So you think they're better, as in they're going to win?
Washington? I'll
Yeah.
pick Washington. Yeah.
You're gonna pick Washington.
I'm going to pick Washington.
I got Browns.
I'm picking Washington to win.
I don't. Yeah, I got Browns, bro.
I don't
So
think Browns have enough firepower
Listen, I
to
think
win.
you start Chubbs. I think you start Hunt.
I'm
you
picking
start
Washington to win.
OBJ. I don't know who you're starting in Washington. So you let me know who you're starting.
I'm picking Washington to win, man. I'm picking Washington to win.
It's an interesting game to see because they say some people are high on the Washington defense. So we'll see this week.
Listen, so speak fantasy terms. Washington is a defense one against the run. So, and that's their game. They're not allowing Baker to pass the ball down the field. So if Washington can stop the run, trust me, Baker Mayfield will play happy feet and not.
Washington played Arizona last week.
But
And Kyler Murray walked all over him.
Walked all over.
So that's what I'm saying. I got to see
So
their
you're saying
defense.
that
No.
Chubb
You
and Hunt
guys
wouldn't
are
be able to do
you
that?
guys are misunderstanding the two dynamic between the two quarterbacks. Kyler Murray ran so much last week. Baker Mayfield doesn't. So he was able to
but
get out of the pocket.
Baker
And what was their
Mayfield
running
has
game?
better.
What did
Baker
Drake
Mayfield
do?
has
What did
better
Drake do? What did Drake do?
receivers.
What did Drake do?
Drake didn't do anything.
Drake didn't do anything. So if you have a
Yes,
running
but-
back that
okay.
can't run, can't throw, and then you can't run the ball, why tell me what you're looking at.
I think because they have two top number one running backs on there, I think they're aware.
They can't. Nobody can run the ball against Washington, bro. Tell me,
see.
it's two games.
It's not even about running. I think you have to factor in OBJ, Landry, Hooper. I get
What
it.
he's saying that is that you can't run, but the defensive line is so strong that they're going to be able to get through the offense.
If they shut,
I don't think their defense is that good.
I
their
don't know what
defensive
you-
line
that
is that
defense
good.
is good.
It's good, but it's
defensive
not.
That
You guys are
defensive
talking
line-
like they're
No. Their
Chicago
defensive
a
line.
few years ago.
Their defensive line is that good.
We're talking about defensive line. The
Where
Chicago
the-
Bears defensive
Listen.
line wasn't that good. It was the Chicago defense. It was the
Linebackers.
linebackers that were good.
Right. So if you look at that Washington team and you look at that Browns team, Browns game is a running game. The defense on Washington is to stop the run. Baker Mayfield hardly can throw the ball. I don't care what you want to say. He's suck at passing the ball.
Yep.
And then if you look at Kyler Murray, if you're going to compare last week with Kyler Murray had to come out of that pocket so many times because they were getting to him. He has to run the ball, and that's why Drake didn't produce last week. So I don't know how you guys foreseeing Chubb and Hunt being a good production when the week before Colts couldn't do it, and now they're about to go again. And Colts couldn't do it, Arizona couldn't do it, and all of a sudden Chubb and the Browns are going to do it.
Yeah, bro. I got the Browns over.
All right,
I got what you said.
I got the
Washington.
Browns on that one too.
I got the Browns over there, but I got what you said, man. So we got Ren. That's on you, man. Right? San Francisco and New York. No, that's
No,
Paul.
that's me.
Paul.
San Francisco and the Giants at the Giants.
Yeah.
All right, so McKinnon is going to go off and off and off and off. Yes, he's going. I project. So we talked about it early on the show. Mostert had 80 yard run, a 60 yard that was taken away. McKinnon came in, rushed 3 times for 77 yards. It's 26 yards per attempt. Coleman is out. I project McKinnon being the focal point of this offense with Garoppolo out, even though Kittle is going to be back. So I see 19 plus rushing attempts, over 100 yards, along with anywhere from 5 to 7 targets, with 5 to 6 receptions and 2+ touchdowns from McKinnon. I think that he should be in every DFS lineup, best ball lineup, dynasty lineup, whatever lineup you want to put him in, he needs to be in there. I would fade Jordan Reed this week. I know last week he had 2 touchdowns on 8 targets with 7 receptions. But Kittle is back. Yeah. Garoppolo is out, so I would fade him. I would start Dion Lewis over on the Giants end. I see him producing. Foreman is. I know they start Devontae. What Devontae? Dion. What's the running back that they just signed? For the Giants, Freeman. Devontae Freeman. So I know that Freeman is was signed, but I don't see him seeing the
Yeah,
field.
not getting touched.
yeah.
So
He's not getting
Dion Lewis is a safe start this week in all formats. Slayton is
I don't know if it's a safe start, right? Because they are most likely going to have Galman and Dion Lewis playing.
yeah, but I see them playing from behind. So
Oh, yeah.
Lewis is a
If they're-
specialty back that
Well, if they're
catches the
playing
ball
from behind, why not put Freeman in?
because that's what Dion Lewis kind of does, and he's not going to know the playbook and the offense. I see Dion Lewis still producing in this one. At least getting at least 8 targets. A sleeper pick on this is Slayton and Evan Ingram. Week 1, Slayton had 9 targets for over 100 yards, 102 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That could replay itself this week. They're going to have to throw the ball. So Shepard is out. Look at Slayton and Evan Ingram as DFS up the upside in DFS, and I would even start them if you need like a flex spot. For Slayton.
I wouldn't sleep on Tate either.
Golden?
Yeah. So
I think for Daniel Jones, Slayton and Evan Ingram is more of the targets there.
Yeah. He is going to be more the targets, but at the moment, yeah, you don't want to sleep on Tate, but I wouldn't start him either, though. I personally wouldn't. Maybe through DFS, because he's going to be cheap.
he's going to be cheap, and I think he's a good. His floor is high.
But remember, Dion Lewis catches the ball too.
Yeah.
So it's
So,
like that's the thing.
about that. About that. I was just trying to have you finish your conversation or your points and everything like that. But about that.
I think it's a Galman.
Hey, man. Hey, think about the Giants line, right? They have played 2 games. And one of the best running backs in the league that catches the ball, part of his game is catching the ball, wasn't able to run. He was getting targets, he was getting runs and all that, and he cannot pass the line. So I'm looking at the history of the Giants for the last 2 games. Man, that line sucks.
Yeah.
Jesus, that line sucks. So that's where like my love for Dion Lewis just like goes down. The stock just goes down for me because if Saquon Barkley wasn't able to bust through those lines or get those catches
Freeman
to produce, I don't see how Dion Lewis is going to do it.
I don't see how Dion's going to
And
do it.
I
don't see
think
how Freeman's
I think
gonna do it.
I speak for y'all when I say Saquon Barkley is better than Dion Lewis. You feel
Yeah,
me?
yeah.
So if you look at the last
we
2
can
games,
continue to go on.
right? If you look at the last 2 games, I don't see how Dion Lewis is gonna just come in for the better running back and just produce out of this crazy world, right?
Yep.
But I'll give you some leeway on that because the defense for San Francisco is so depleted
yeah.
with all the injuries, so they may be able to get some yardage on the San Francisco. But moving past San Francisco, I don't think they're gonna.
going downhill from
And funny enough, man, I know we haven't picked who is the winner for that game as yet. I wouldn't be shocked if the Giants win that game because
I'm going San
you know what I mean.
I'm going San Fran.
I'm going Giants.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
But here's my opinion on that too, man. I know a lot of people picked up Freeman. Like you said, I don't think he's going to do well at all. I think you package Freeman with something else, and
get rid
whoever
of
is
him.
high on him,
Yeah,
you get that top running
yeah,
back.
get something,
got
get
from.
something for Freeman. Like if you were able to get Freeman off waivers this week, I would suggest you sell sell now while he's hot. He's like a hot commodity right now.
Sell.
You know, sell to the Barkley owner, sell to the CMAC owner. You know what I mean? Sell to
Take
those.
C-Mac away
Yes,
from that
like
person.
the people that experienced some injury last week. Target those people.
Yep.
You know, sell high, and you possibly could get a better player, a wide receiver, or something for a Freeman. Because I don't think the offensive line for the Giants is that good.
Nope, not at all.
While I agree with PJ that hey, Ingram and Slayton are gonna get the bulk of the passes. I just think that Giants has the opportunity to outproduce because they're playing against a backup quarterback, backup running back. The San Francisco defense is significantly depleted. So I'm just going to play, based on talent and all that stuff. and say, hey, I'm not going to go by name. I'm just going to say Giants has the opportunity to win this game at home. So that's how I'm looking at it.
All right,
I can
so
see
we
that.
got Las Vegas Raiders, who opened up at home last week and won a crazy game. Now they're going against New England.
You know, a lot of people sleep on Las Vegas, man. A lot of
I'm
people
surprised they're winning.
Listen, it's the same thing last year, though. Like, when they were like one game away from the playoff, weren't
Right.
they?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So they just like go under the radar. Nobody ever
Trying to
picks
slip through.
them. And Gruden is doing a phenomenal job with them because
And they still don't have nobody.
The dude only has like rookie wide receivers.
And he only has
a second-year tight end and a second-year running back, and Derek Carr, and the dude smash the
Did not
Saints.
expect that.
Smash the Saints. A lot of people lost money on that game.
They don't have they're not at full power.
Yeah, they're not at full power, but still, I didn't expect them to lose to Las Vegas. It's not like Las Vegas has full power either. They have no wide receivers. They have
Season's
young
early.
receivers,
Season's still young.
and the season's still young. Yeah.
How I look at it with the Saints and Las Vegas game last week is that, okay, you only lost one player, one wide receiver. You want to tell me your team is that dependable on one wide receiver?
Dude gets like 14, 15 targets, man.
Okay,
Yes.
so but
Every game.
But what I'm saying though, if you look at Las Vegas, right? Las Vegas, they don't have their number one wide receiver, and the two wide receivers that they're playing, excluding Renfro, that didn't do anything, are rookies. They have a second-year tight end in Waller, a second-year tight end in Waller, and a second-year running back in Josh Jacobs. And they were able to smash a team like the Saints that people will be picking for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So looking at that, New England defense is ridiculous, as we all know. So it's going to be a close one. It's going to be a close
Who do
one.
you have?
I'm going to give the edge. I'm going to give the edge to New England because they're a better defense than the Saints. But it's going to be a close one. I don't think it's going to be like a runaway that someone would think.
Who's their
Like
starter?
how I thought it was going to happen last
Who
week.
do you start?
For fantasy, man, all right, for sure, Cam Newton, because Cam Newton is doing it with his arm and his leg. You have to start a Cam Newton. You have to start Edelman. I will take a shot at N'Keal Harry as well. Bird is looking good, though, but I'll take a shot at N'Keal Harry. On the flip side, it's a definite start with Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs is defense proof. Waller, hey, unless they're gonna have what's the cornerback for
Gilmore.
Gilmore.
Unless they're gonna have Gilmore and Waller, then Waller's just gonna eat in the middle of the
he's
field.
gonna eat, yeah.
That's their
honestly,
game.
That's most likely what's going to be.
But what I don't understand is like that was their game, right? They have two players because that's all Carr was passing to, Jacobs and Waller, and
couldn't
yet
stop
you
him.
couldn't stop him.
Yo, I got New York Jets and Indiana. This was going to be really quick. I'm not even going to tell you stats. Start defense for the Colts. Start Phillip Rivers. Start Jonathan Taylor. They even start T.Y. Hilton. Throw it up in there and start Pippen. Do not start anybody from the New York Jets. Don't even start Gase. It's going to be gone. It's gonna be a
I
wash.
would start Crowder if he plays.
Yeah, Crowder.
If he
is-
plays,
plays.
if he plays, I'll start
As of
Crowder.
right now, he's saying that he's not going to play.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't play, Jesus.
Man, this dude ruined teams, man. Like, oh my
It's-
God, like I don't even
It's
understand.
done.
Dude.
It's no
How
one to start.
is like how is Gase
We've been asking that question for the
a
last
coach
couple
in
weeks.
the NFL still? Like
I don't know. So we got
Peyton Manning.
Yeah,
You ruined the
he ruined
NFL,
everything,
Peyton
yeah.
Manning. You ruined it.
Halftime, bro. We got NBA.
NBA.
Talk quickly about NBA, man. What do you got?
Let's
I'm
talk
shocked
about the
about the
Lakers.
Lakers.
Let's talk about the Lakers.
I'm
man.
shocked about the Lakers yesterday, but
Hey, the Lakers
one
lost.
game.
I wasn't. No. It's not one game. It's two games. Because I'm telling you, without
think
that
they're gonna
Davis
win
shot,
that?
it would
Oh,
be
yeah.
the thing would be 2-1.
Saved a lot of lives.
yeah, he
Save
saved a
lives.
lot
It
of
save jobs.
Yeah,
Save jobs.
yeah, bro.
Hey, they save jobs. Listen, man.
Yeah.
Do not sleep on the Nuggets. You saw what Clippers did.
Very resilient
They
team.
slept.
I thought they were going to run this 4-0, and they were not playing around.
Hey, I can imagine the Clippers after that 3-1 run. And it's like, yo, you guys not going to go to your bed early? Man, we got this.
We good.
Good. This. Don't worry about me, man. We got this. The Nuggets ain't got nothing on us.
I was surprised, bro.
3 straight. Out.
Quick update.
We got
Miami is up 1 point. Ending of the third, 75-74. So it's a close game.
It's going to be a fire
It's gonna
game,
be-
man.
yeah.
Fire game.
Yeah, don't sleep on the Nuggets. If the Nuggets had won that game 2, we would be Nuggets. Yeah, we could be talking about a whole different story.
be talking about a
So
Miami Heat
I'm
championship.
very interested, possibly. I'm very
I-
interested to see
Game 4.
Game 4 against the Lakers
I
Nuggets.
think Game 4 is going to be a LeBron game.
It has to be.
Yeah.
But I think that the Nuggets are confident enough because as a player, you know that, hey, we should have won that game.
Yep.
And then we won the next game. So their confidence is up right now. So they're going to come out and from what they've shown in the past, they're going to come
Especially
out and
after
try
game
to.
2.
Yeah, they're going to come out and try to win. And they think
Especially
they can
after
win.
game 2. When they lost game 2, I thought like
They're coming
momentum.
out.
They would've just
and
gave up.
Like, they would have
Yeah.
gave up. But that's the
coming.
thing, man. Like
They're coming out.
They don't want to leave the bubble.
LA's coming out.
the bubble is fire, man. I know
Yeah.
you guys were against the
No,
bubble.
I was against the bubble. The bubble is fire, but I'm going to go right back to it. NBA would not allow the bubble to be in the playoffs again. After everything gets resolved, because they're looking at money.
It's
at the
money.
end of the day.
It's
But
money.
man,
It's
to
money,
keep it
and-
in the bubble,
but it's very
that's awesome.
interesting. I like it.
Oh,
I like the bubble.
love it.
I like the
bubble
bubble
because it's
better
basketball.
than I like the better bubble better than regular
Yeah,
basketball.
I do.
And I know you weren't
100%.
gonna like it. It was like, yo, there's no fans. I don't know if I want to. You remember you were saying that.
Yeah, it's
but
dope.
watching
I think
the
the
bubble,
players are more-
AAU. It's
The-
AAU.
yeah, the bubble is like
Speaking of the bubble, Tyler Hero has the most points for the
The
Miami
Miami
Heat
Heat.
right now.
That's
20
crazy.
points, and he's a rookie
and it's a rookie. Like,
playing in his first Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah,
bro, the bubble showed the talent. Like
Yeah.
that's what the bubble did.
Shoot in the bubble.
Shooters shoot in the bubble. They don't have to
one's
worry
there,
about the
no
no,
fans,
the
I'm good.
noise and I heard like they mic'd up. I forgot who they mic'd up. They talk crap.
Yeah.
to each
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They
Oh
talk
no, you can
crap.
hear it because they're blinking it like
Oh,
every 3
yeah.
seconds.
Every 3
bro.
seconds, they talk crap. Like
Yeah.
whenever the defender is coming, I was like, all right, I got you. Let's
do this.
and I
Yeah.
like it. I like it. I think it would be good to mic up everyone and then you just edit it out. And just,
Yeah,
I
that's
think
be a
that
lot
would
of
be
editing.
okay.
That'd be a lot of editing, bro. Let's get to the third quarter here. We got run with Tennessee and Minnesota.
Tennessee and Minnesota, man. Start Derrick Henry. This is where Derrick Henry first touchdowns come to play because I think Derrick Henry is going to eat. Minnesota is ranked 28th against the rush. I feel like every team has had 2 touchdown rushing against Minnesota.
Yep.
So Derrick Henry is a must start in every platform. Standard, DFS, PPR, guillotine, dynasty. Derrick Henry is gonna be the number 1 player. Dalvin Cook is okay too.
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook is okay. So think about that.
you
Dalvin
got
Cook
as
is
a
a
winner?
good start because Tennessee run defense is not that great either.
It's going to be a slow game.
It's gonna
Which-
be
which
it's gonna be
plays
a run
into-
a running game. It plays,
plays
into
into-
Tennessee.
Yeah, and Minnesota because they want to run too. So.
Right. So it's gonna be a slow game. But the thing is, Tannehill has that ability to just switch that game script with that play action passes.
He's that good now?
I don't
he
think
has
he's
the
that good.
ability to switch
He
the
has
game.
No.
options because Miami
The-
wouldn't allow him to switch plays and
Right.
and
And-
obble out.
No, I'm just
And then
messing
the
with those
play action, he's selling the play action because every team this year came out and doing the same exact thing, stacking the box, and it's making Tannehill look like the best quarterback in the league. That's what it is.
Well,
So
and-
every team came out and was like, "Oh, they just signed Derrick Henry. We're gonna stop the box. That's our game plan.
he's
We're stop."
dishing it.
And
He's
he's just letting you
even
guys
Corey's doing
bite.
all right.
He's letting you guys bite on
bite
that
it.
play
I'm gonna
action,
throw it here.
and then
I'm
he's
gonna
just
throw it here.
like, he's
Throw it
just
there.
throw it down the field.
And
that's
Cousins
the
right
thing.
now is having a horrible
Yeah,
couple of games, yo. So
Yeah.
I don't know where Cousins is at right now.
he's
so.
gonna get it together though. It's usually what he does.
He needs that deep threat, man. He needs
the
justice.
first couple of games. Yeah, he needs that. He needs somebody that can stretch that field for
You need
real.
to move Justin from
So-
number 3 to number 2 and stretch
and
that
stretch
field.
that field. So that's gonna be a good game. I think.
Tennessee.
I definitely have Tennessee on that one.
Tennessee. Ooh. You're questioning it.
Dun, dun,
I'm questioning
dun. I'm going against you guys. This week is gonna be fun.
I think Cousins' life is on the line, so I'm going to go Minnesota.
Well, you got a full contract, full guaranteed contract. His
Yeah,
life
you
ain't
gotta
on the line.
be. A lot of people like about to be on the line in Minnesota if they don't win this one because they haven't looked good at all. So I'm gonna go with the latter. I'm gonna pick
You
Minnesota
got
on this one.
Rams and Buffalo.
Whoa, we didn't hear your pick, bro.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's
He said your
it's Tennessee, bro.
Okay, I didn't hear
He
your
said we
pick.
didn't hear
Yeah,
your pick.
it's Tennessee,
You don't think
bro.
you're gonna just sneak
'cause he
in
wanted me
there,
to say
and then
Minnesota.
next week he was like, "Hey,
yeah.
Here's
I
what I
got
had.
15
Yeah,
wins,"
yeah.
and I was like, "How you got 15 wins?" I don't I
So
only
only
heard
you
like
can
2
make
plays.
those moves.
Listen,
This is going to be a. So we got Rams. I'm on
Yeah,
Rams.
Rams and Buffalo.
So this one's going to be a tough one too. So the Bills are going to face the best defense they've seen so far, right?
agree. 100.
So, but when we look at it, Josh Allen, we talked about him a little early on the show. 35 attempts, 4 touchdowns in week 1, 46 attempts, 2 touchdowns in week 2. He's rushing the ball. Diggs, 24 targets. John Brown, 16 targets. 24 targets in 2 games. John Brown, 16 targets in 2 games. Hawkinson has been efficient, 5 of 5 in week 1, 4 of 4 in week 2. So the offense is really clicking out in Buffalo. So we'll definitely see if they're legit.
Yeah.
I think against the Rams, which is you have Aaron Donald. He's going to get to Josh
Got
Allen.
Ramsey back there.
You got
I
Ramsey.
mean, Ramsey has to choose one.
He's
Most
going to have to
likely
choose
Diggs.
one.
He's
Yeah.
gonna get Diggs.
So it's going to be a good game. However, I think Bills win this one. I would, based off what I've seen in the past with the Bills, I think that the guys I just mentioned, Josh Allen, John Brown, and Diggs, are still starts in all formats.
What do you got?
Man,
I hate to go against a division, and I gotta go
no,
Bills.
I'm you going Bills?
I gotta
I'm going
go.
Rams,
I
man.
know.
I'm
I don't
going
want to
Rams.
go against
I'm
him,
go-
but I was like,
I'm
yo.
going Rams, man. So you got me down for Rams. Please pencil me in for Rams. Pencil me. I'm going 16-0 this week, just so y'all know.
All right.
You went against the grain, I think, on every pick.
I know.
Good job, bro.
Hey, I'm looking at what I've seen in the past 2 weeks. I'm not basing
I'm
it
not sure
on
what
last
you've
year.
seen, but okay.
Hey,
I got.
Well,
I can defend all my
we're not
points.
we're not seeing the same thing. So
yeah, obviously.
Well, y'all gonna see this weekend.
Yeah. Yo, we should really
on
get
that
together
one
this
too,
weekend.
Somebody gonna
On
see.
that
We
one
should
too.
really get together this weekend and watch these games. Man.
On that one, Cup has been very slow out the
Slow,
gate.
yeah.
Yeah.
So interesting to see if Buffalo is up. It's a good thing for Cup.
Yeah, I think it's done. Tampa Bay and Denver, right? It's a Tampa Bay win, bro. I'm starting Leonard Fournette. 12 rushes, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns against the Panthers, 27 fantasy points, right? Ronald Jones may start the game, but I just feel like, Fournette's going to sneak in again. And granted, that last 43 yards, I feel like, that was out of nowhere, but it showed Tampa Bay, like,
They believe in him.
they believe in Fournette. Fournette is like, he's going to go off on him, right? So, you don't see that rocket arm and Brady right now, and I think it's time to just, kind of see him fill out the team. We said, Whatchamacallit had a concussion. Godwin had a concussion.
Yeah.
Evans had, what his hamstring or injury.
I actually seen Ronald Jones get dropped in one of my leagues.
Yeah, I saw it too.
Yeah.
I saw
Yeah, he's on my bench.
Yeah.
You're not starting him
I
this
saw it
week?
too.
Obviously not. No, no way. No,
Not
how.
against me?
No.
Of course not.
Let's do this. Let's have fun. Since I have Fournette, and you have
always
Ronald
want to
Jones.
have fun, bro. Don't do it.
You start Ronald Jones and I
Don't
start
do it, bro.
Fournette.
Don't do
No, why would I do that?
Don't do it.
I have Gaskin and Dion Lewis to choose from.
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm
Yo,
definitely taking one of those.
As far as Brady goes, man, Brady, had all right week last week. I mean, do you see like him downgrading? I mean, for the guys that have Brady right now as a pick, as a starter,
Brady has he's not doing well, but at the same time, he hasn't had his team that he's been practicing in the offseason with the Godwins, and Evans has been healthy and all that stuff. I feel this is probably going to be the first week he had, other than week 1 but Evans wasn't that great. Evans was battling injury. I think this is going to be the week that you really see Brady and his weapons come into play, and it's going to be an eye opener. So if you have Brady, he's a start for me this week. Like, I think Brady is going to flourish in that one. Like, I just think with Godwin being back, Godwin is Brady's Edelman. Whenever Edelman is out, Brady don't do well.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm looking at it. And now that Godwin is back, it's not like a soft tissue injury where it's, the hamstring that he could pull up or something along those lines. It was a concussion. He's out of the protocol. Let's go. Let's rock. He's ready. Godwin, Brady. I think that connection is like at least 2 touchdowns. Godwin having probably like 80 plus yards, something like that. That's how I'm looking at it.
And I know Scotty was kind of, we all assumed Scotty Miller was going to do well. And Scotty kind of showed that he needs Godwin and Evans there in order for him to
free up some.
I dropped him in a few
dropped him.
leagues.
Yeah, I saw
I did pick him up, and then I just like, you are not ready for prime time. He's not, man. Like, it's like Brady sold you. This is like, if I was Scotty Miller, man, I'm coming out and I'm just like, all right, this is my day. This is my day. I'm not.
Sometimes some guys are just not talented enough.
Yeah. But Brady was upselling him, so I don't know. Yeah.
What do you got, Ren? ATL in Chicago.
Wait, what was the? We didn't pick that. Did we pick the?
Dude, you're picking Tampa Bay, bro. Let's be real. Come on, man.
It was
Tampa and Denver.
Yeah, definitely.
Tampa.
Defense alone, they'll win that.
Yeah, dude.
So I have Chicago and Atlanta. Atlanta, oh my God! I start everybody that's on the Atlanta offense because all they do is pass. It's like pass. Matt Ryan, start him. Russell Gage, start him. Ridley, start him. Hurst, start him.
Gurley
Gurley hasn't had his day yet.
Yeah,
I think. He had it the first week. I think
with the possibility of Julio being out this week, then Gurley will have his day. So Gurley,
Hurst may have a great day.
Even Gage may have a ridiculous day if
too much speed.
Julio is out. So that's a DFS start for me. So if Julio is out, Russell Gage, that's probably gonna be nothing. Cheap in DFS is a must start. So think about that. On the flip side,
Chicago's defense is we're talking like they're Detroit's defense over here.
No, but Chicago defense, it's kind of similar to a lot of defense. It's similar to Washington defense, where the front, it's a little better than Washington, but it's where the defensive line is good.
Yeah.
But the passing, the secondary is not that great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that plays into the hand of
Ridley.
It plays into the hand of Atlanta, really. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't foresee, Chicago is ranked 14 in pass defense. You see what I'm saying? As far as giving up yards, touchdowns, and all that stuff, they only give him 1 passing touchdown, but they have gave up 508 yards. They're 14. They're middle of the pack in the pass defense. On the flip side, how I'm saying Atlanta is a pass happy team. Trubisky is gonna eat.
Yeah, he's
gonna
throw that ball. Trubisky has
a DFS tournament pick this week is Trubisky.
Who do you have winning?
No, I have Atlanta. This is their first win. This is going to be their first win. They're going to put up a lot of points, and I don't think Trubisky has the ability to put up those points. But don't get me wrong, it's going to be a high-scoring game.
Yeah, I think
Allen Robinson come back from last week. And plays. I think this is where Anthony Miller is going to have his best game.
Yeah.
Because, Atlanta secondary is soft. So if you have Anthony Miller, Dre, you probably want to start him this week.
Actually, Dre, don't start him. Don't start him.
Hey, Anthony Miller had 0 fantasy points last year.
Yeah.
0.
Yeah.
0.
Still 1. Carolina and the Chargers, brother.
Oh, man.
What do you got?
Carolina and Chargers. Man. Carolina and the Chargers. On this one, Teddy Bridgewater, right? So a lot of passing attempts these past 2 weeks. Um, 42 attempts in week 2, 34 attempts in week 1. He's just not getting the touchdowns. That's the problem. DJ Moore, 24 targets in 2 games. Robbie Anderson, 18 targets in 2 games. That's a lot of targets for 2 receivers on the same team. With C-Mac out, I think we see a lot of the same. If they could get those touchdowns right, then they're wide receiver ones, right?
Yeah.
So I would definitely start DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson in all formats. Teddy Bridgewater, I believe, is a good DFS play this upcoming week. If he could put some points on the board, because he's hitting the receivers and he's passing a lot. C-Mac is going to be out. Obviously, Mike Davis is another great starter as well. So I would take everyone from Panthers into consideration. The Chargers defense is good, and the Panther defense is not. So look at Eckler as well. This could be his breakout game. Keenan Allen, and obviously the rookie quarterback.
All right. Who do you guys win?
I really didn't want to pick this. Because who I want to pick, I'm not confident in. But I'm gonna go Panthers. I'm gonna go against the grain.
Panthers?
Yeah.
Damn.
Panthers.
What about you, bro?
I agree with that.
They've been in some.
I disagreed with that.
They've
I'm
been
going
in
to go
some
with,
close
Chargers.
games. They've been in some close games. They need to get over the hump, and I'm wishing on a star here.
All right. So my thing is, before the season start, everybody would say the number one offense is what? Kansas City, right?
Kansas City.
Yeah.
And you saw how
I
they
saw
held,
that,
they
yes.
held Kansas City down. So
Yeah, but
a
some
less
teams play up to
inferior-
competition.
I know, but a less inferior offense is about to face them right now. So I don't know. I got the Chargers in this one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm going against the grain.
Yeah, I mean
Chargers.
the rookie quarterback is what scared me. So I can see a W for you. You know what I mean? I'm just playing based on what Chargers have been doing since the season started.
If
So.
they win the Chargers, it's going to be from their defense. I don't force.
Don't foresee it.
I don't foresee the quarterback just bombing it away because the weapons aren't really there. I think it's more of the Eckler show on the offense, and if they win the game, it's going to be for more than likely because of their defense.
I got Green Bay and New Orleans, man. I think that's going to be a great game. Unfortunately, Paul, I'm going to have to tell you this, man. Aaron Jones is going to go off on New Orleans.
Give me some
defense.
projections this season.
Aaron Jones is going off, man. I think Aaron Jones is going to have about 120 yards on him, 3 touchdowns on you.
Jesus, 120
just-
yards, 3 touchdowns.
Just murder you. It's
Oh, yeah?
going to be bad, yeah. So I'm saying he's going to murder you for that game. I'm not saying he's going to murder you for the week. I don't know who's going to win. I got to look at your lineups, and I don't see your lineups until, Sunday morning because of rain.
Shoot us a text in the chat and
And see
who
what
you think
happens.
is going to win.
All right, cool. So, but I
I'm definitely
got
taking
Green Bay.
it in Dynasty, so
Yeah.
that's no doubt.
I got Green Bay
Catching a
against
beat
New
down.
Orleans right here, man. I think you start Aaron Rodgers, Jamal Williams. Obviously with New Orleans, you start Kamara. Breeze is a little iffy right now. I think Green Bay's defense is well played. They got a nice secondary. And I know Breeze is going to want to start throwing that ball. But I think New Orleans is going to come up with a loss
Think New Orleans is going to come up with a loss?
against Green Bay, yeah. At home.
I'm going to go with New Orleans and this one. I'm sorry.
This is another tough game.
I think they were embarrassed by last week.
They were.
And now they're home. And I personally think that this is a New Orleans game. I'm sorry to say. It's sad to say. Sad.
I'm going Green Bay on this one.
Damn. So yeah, I like how you guys keep picking against me. Hey, this week we're not gonna go 14-all because we have. I think that's probably like
against each other in every game.
No,
I
it's
almost-
simply I'm thinking about it. Like I'm rubbing my head thinking about it. Like it's. I wish Devontae was playing. I'd be so confident in this pick, but
Devontae's not playing. Michael Thomas is not playing. Scratch both of them out.
both of them. Yeah.
Right. So the number one and number two wide receiver in the NFL right now are not playing, right? So look at the teams. I look at the teams, and one is playing at home.
I think it's going to be a close.
I like the secondary of Green Bay better than I like New Orleans.
I think it's going to be.
I get it, but
yes.
the home aspect, it has something to do with it. So I'm gonna go with
No
home.
fans.
No fan. I think that it's going to be a very tough, slow, gritty game.
Let's go ahead and rack up these last couple of games so we can get into the fourth quarter here. Ren, you got Dallas and Seattle.
Yeah, man. Dallas and Seattle, man. Let's talk about this game. This game is actually pretty intriguing. It's not what you guys would think. If you have any Dallas wide receiver, I would say start him.
I mean, there's a lot of wide receivers.
Yeah, it's a lot of them.
That's
I
exactly.
mean, including the tight end now.
The reason why I say start any wide receiver against Dallas is because against Seattle is because Seattle has given up the most the most yardage to wide receiver in the league, and a lot of people wouldn't expect that. They have given up the most. They're ranked 32 amongst all the defense against the passing. So I would say start every wide receiver that you can. You have a capable quarterback in Dak, and then you have some ridiculous wide receivers. So fantasy-wise, start your wide receiver against the Seahawks.
It's just a lot of them,
it's
though.
Zeke.
That's
It's
the
probably
problem.
you start on both sides.
Zeke, on the other hand,
Really?
Zeke, on the other hand, you can't
do
sit
that.
Zeke,
Oh,
but
okay.
you can sit Zeke. You know what I mean? But it's going to be an uphill battle for Zeke. You know what I mean? But the thing about
I think that's the most confident pick.
That's the most confident pick against
The thing with Dallas is it's too much wide receivers.
That means
and they
defense is
all
gonna
get
go there.
exactly, and they all from a fantasy standpoint. Yeah, you start all of them, but no one really breaks out and shines outside of Zeke.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And Cooper gives you that, but you know how Cooper does. He's in, he's out.
Yeah,
So
but
I think
even
Cooper's gonna be
then,
out
I
in
don't
Seattle.
even think
So-
we're going to see a lot of that
I don't
this year
think we're
because
gonna
of
see
CD Lamb.
So I'm not looking at the players. I'm looking at the defense that they're
Yeah, of
going up
course.
against. So Seattle is ranked number 2, right behind Pittsburgh, as far as
Agreed.
shutting down the run. So that's what I'm looking at. What I'm talking about. Like, so you can pass against them, but running against them is difficult. I'm not saying Zeke is gonna eat no matter what. Because if anything I don't know. Right now with the beef, I don't even know. Right now with the beef with him and Dak snatching the ball or not, you know what I mean, all that stuff. I don't even know if Zeke is gonna be the Zeke, but anything in the 10-yard line, Zeke is gonna get that run, and Zeke is gonna pound. So I get it. I get why Zeke cannot be out of your lineup, period. But on a DFS perspective, Zeke is not a running back that you want to put in your DFS lineup because possibility of he may just get one touchdown and 40 yards. And that's not enough to win any DFS tournament. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. There are other options. Wide receivers, yes, they have a lot. And I want to talk to you guys, man. You guys were talking about my Jarwin pick. If the dude wasn't injured, you saw what Schultz did last week. I just want to let y'all know.
Schultz is just a better tight end.
No,
That shows me
Jarwin is a better tight end.
It just shows me that Schultz is a
No,
better tight
the
end.
dude got injured in the first quarter. How you gonna say that?
Jordan had the opportunity the first week one.
Right, he got injured in the first quarter.
I'm sorry.
First
I can't do
quarter.
that. So you want
First
me to just
quarter.
assume that he's gonna be well?
There's a reason why they say he was the starting tight end, right? If
Gotcha.
Schultz was the starting tight, if Schultz was better than Jarwin, then wouldn't they say Schultz was? But I'm just showing you, like.
But you also
that
told
offense,
me that
that
the
offense.
offensive line for the Giants got way better and Saquon got hurt.
No, I didn't say it.
Yeah, you did. You told me that like 4 weeks ago.
They did try to improve. But what I'm saying is, though,
who do you
what I'm
got?
saying, if you really look at it, though, Dak likes the tight end. It's Witten days
I
and
agree.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody is like, oh my God, no. Listen, he likes the tight end.
I just think it's going to be in a rotation. That's what I think. I don't
I
think
think
it's
the
going to be a
ball
tight
is
end
gonna
every
be
game.
spread.
I think it's just going to be spread.
Yeah, the ball's going to be spread to to all
start
the receivers.
I mean, you did last week and it was great.
yeah, so.
So
It's
who
going
do
to be
you
a
got, Dallas or
shootout.
Seattle? Oh, it's going to be a shootout.
Oh, it's gonna be a shootout.
It's probably the
definitely-
highest
it's definitely
point
gonna be a
total
shootout.
in Vegas right now.
Who you got,
I'm assuming.
Dallas or Seattle?
I got Seattle.
I got Seattle as well.
All right, good. I'm going Dallas.
I got
That's
Seattle.
you definitely lost them.
If Atlanta's gonna beat them, I can't imagine.
Yeah, Seattle's gonna.
Yeah, I got that.
I got Seattle.
All right, we gotta knock this out so we can get to the fourth quarter.
This
man.
week is definitely
you-
gonna be fire, dude.
Paul, you got Detroit and Arizona. I need you to knock this one out
Quick.
really quick.
Oh, it's
brother.
very easy. Cardinal wins. Start the combination of this Hopkins and Kyler Murray.
easy.
Yep.
Agree with that.
And
I agree.
I would also
100%.
start Kenyon Drake.
Yeah, I like that.
Yep. I agree
And
with
don't start anyone from the Lions.
No, nobody.
that. Nah.
I know you have Marvin Jones in your lineup. He sucks.
No,
Um,
I'm waiting for Galladay, and that will open up things for
But for
Marvin
right
Jones.
now,
Yeah, but
Galladay's out.
as of right now, Galladay is not there.
So we got Monday Night Football.
Practice
we got
today,
KC in Baltimore.
He hasn't practiced in 2 weeks. He practiced today.
If
He's not
Galladay
starting.
is available, I would start him. If not, I wouldn't start anyone from Lions.
All right, KC in Baltimore. Monday night game.
Monday
That's
night
gonna be-
game.
Wow,
Big
game.
game. Big game.
I'm still fighting on who I think is going to win that game.
All right. So for
and I may
me,
just go Baltimore.
I'm
going
gonna-
Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm definitely going Baltimore.
There you go.
And as far as players to target, I am only targeting Kelsey.
I agree with you.
And that's it.
100%.
No, I think Lamar and
Well, yeah, you got Lamar.
quarterbacks are gonna have good games.
Yeah.
Because
and
KC
not-
is
right.
bad on the. I'm talking about Ingram,
Clyde
Lamar.
Hilaire.
KC is bad.
I'm not targeting
Clyde,
Clyde.
no,
no,
no.
I thought you were saying target Clyde
No, I'm
Hilaire.
not saying target Clyde Hilaire.
No way.
I'm saying this
targeting
is-
That's what I
Clyde
thought you
Hilaire
said.
in
This is
fantasy.
going to be a good thing
got
to
you for
see
you.
Clyde Hilaire
Okay.
against
wake
Baltimore
up.
defense.
Oh my God.
Yes.
'Cause
I am
thought
not.
you were saying
no.
targeting.
I'm not targeting Clyde
I
Hilaire,
was
but
gonna
we
be
know
like,
that there's a
woo.
lot of Clyde Hilaire lovers in the world.
Yeah.
So,
Dude,
So
that's
you're
all I'm
serious.
saying.
is
It's
just
time
not
for
it.
that awakening. Because remember, I
Yeah.
told you what happened.
it's
to,
a wake up call.
Who was it? Who was playing Pittsburgh last week? Was it last week or the week before? It was Denver. Remember I told you.
Yeah.
You know the not rookie but second year player that only played 5 games. The Denver's quarterback. Listen, he hasn't played Pittsburgh Steelers. And as soon as he played Pittsburgh Steelers, what happened? He's out of the game.
Yeah.
That's what
It's
Clyde
gonna be a
Hilaire is
wake-up
going to meet
call
that
for Clyde.
defense for
Yeah.
the Ravens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to meet.
And
them.
he didn't do anything special last week.
I mean, he got 15 points.
15 points,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was good. But what they assumed what happened the week before was going to happen again, that wasn't going to
No.
happen. He's not a red zone threat.
Funny
he's
enough,
not.
this was the Super Bowl that everybody wanted to see.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, man. Can't wait to see this.
Yeah, so
It's awesome.
we'll see what happens.
Fourth quarter, man, we got keep or drop, man. Who do you have?
All right, for me, man, a couple of key players, even though they haven't been performing, Galladay for sure. I would
You
keep
want to
him.
drop?
No. There's
Well, I mean,
a couple of key.
Galladay's out. He's injured. I mean, let's talk about somebody that you have on your team that you may even have him on your bench right now. Like who? And is he performing? Is he not performing to your standards? Who do you drop?
Oh, you want drops? Okay,
Yeah.
drops would probably be. Well, while the upside is there, Brandon Ayuk. Like, just most of these rookie wide receiver, man, I'm not big on those rookie wide receiver. They haven't been, Rager, like, Ruggs.
I think Rager's out.
Rager's out for 6 to 8 weeks.
6 to 8 weeks. This is what I
Ruggs,
say.
they're not performing.
Yeah, they're
like,
not.
they're not being who we thought they were.
I mean, Brandon in his situation, and he had a better opportunity, well, almost the same opportunity as Ruggs, because both of your starting receivers or tight end with Kittle, Debo Samuel is out. This is your time to shine,
and you're not.
Quarterback's going to throw the ball to you.
So
Take
I
it.
would cycle out my bench if I have, players like that.
it'd be
But a couple of big name players that I would give it up on are AJ Green. He hasn't been doing anything, and it doesn't look like Burrow. It doesn't look like he's a favorite target for Burrow. So
And you would drop AJ?
I'd probably drop AJ if there is a better
This-
option there. You got to recycle your bench,
Of
man.
course,
And,
yeah.
if say for instance you have AJ Green and a player like looking at this week, right? Looking at Scantley is there or somebody like that. I would drop
If
AJ
you
Green and go for it.
desperately need it. But with all the injuries, you got to be careful of who you're dropping.
Yeah, of course.
Because you don't know if later down the line you're going to need that player. So we've seen a ridiculous amount of injuries in the NFL week after week. If it continues, we're going to be drafting players off the street. So or picking players off the street for the waiver wire. So you got to be careful of the players that you're dropping. And, I wouldn't be so quick to drop a running back because of the scarcity as opposed to a wide receiver.
Who's your drop?
I agree with the Brandon Ayuk's, the rookie receivers. One doesn't come to mind a specific player at this moment in time. But top players that I would keep is, for example, Preston Williams.
Yeah.
I think coming off the injury, everybody expect big things from him. We haven't really seen it yet.
But
I would
he
keep
has
him.
that potential.
He has that potential. So players that
He
have the
dropped a
potential.
major pass, man, the
Yeah,
other
it was a
day.
big
So
guy.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that from him.
yeah.
Yeah, but I will still keep, like I said, certain players and be very careful and wary because injuries and, God forbid, COVID.
Yeah,
We haven't
just
really
don't know.
hit that yet. So be careful of who you drop. You may regret it.
All right,
Who's
let's
your-
wait. Before we move on, let's have some fun with this, and we're just gonna like rapid fire right now, right? So let's do it by position. So give me a quarterback that you would drop right now if you had him,
Kirk
if you
Cousins.
draft him.
Kirk Cousins, for sure.
Easy.
Cooper
That was
Kupp.
actually going to be my guy, Kirk Cousins.
Not Cooper Kupp.
I would
Oh, Goff.
Goff, yeah.
He's
Baker
not even on
Mayfield for
anybody.
me.
Baker Mayfield,
Yeah,
yeah.
Baker, easy. Yeah.
All right, wide
I
receiver.
would actually pick up, though, just we're on quarterbacks, I would pick up Teddy Bridgewater. I would.
Okay. All right, good for you.
I like the volume.
I got you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I can't be
It
bad.
is
at
what
that.
it is.
Okay. You guys said the same thing about Jacksonville. Right?
Hey, so all right. So wide receivers, rapid fire, drop.
Ayuk is one of them, obviously. And Edwards, I picked
Yeah.
him up actually, but
Yeah.
Edwards, I saw you drop him. I did pick him up just the potential to see what he does within this week. But if he doesn't do well within the week to two,
Pittman.
then I'm dropping him. I can see Pittman. I can understand why, but I think still you want to wait until see in a week or so. But
James Washington.
yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, Deontay may not play this week though.
Yeah, but you still have Claypool there. you have Juju
Claypool
there.
went off last week, and
You have James Conner there.
yeah, and Washington didn't do anything when Claypool went off. You know what I mean? So
All right. Running backs.
It's a lot of scarcity.
Barber, easy.
Yeah, Barber probably. That's it.
Barber. I mean, easiest one is Barber. I mean,
Breida,
I
maybe.
no, I would not do that now. I would not
I'm
do
gonna
that.
say this. I'm
I
glad that
actually-
you brought
I
that
watched
up.
the game over again.
Yes, if
I
you
watched the
watch
game over
that
again.
game, if you watch that game, I think he had a penalty in it.
Yeah.
But he had the same amount of catches as Gaskins.
Gaskins.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, he had one over Gaskins actually. Gaskins had 6. He had 7.
Yep. I think they're just
Gaskin had
slowly
more
moving
rush.
them into the-
They're slowly.
So is it Howard that we drop?
Yes.
yeah, I would definitely drop.
The
Howard.
reason I'm dropping Howard is because you have that, you really have that 50-50 chance that you get to that goal line, 1 yard, 2 yard line, and Howard has to go through. Right? So I would keep Breida and the Gaskins out there. Now, if you don't have a running back that week and everybody's up, yeah, I'll probably keep Howard just to, in case he gets to that goal line and
Right.
reaches at 7-10 points. And yeah.
Right, because it seemed like whenever they get in within the 5-yard, 10-yard line, they try to force Howard into it, and he's cold and he's
What
not
about-
really doing anything.
What about
so.
Naheem Hines?
I
After
would
the first
one
one, I
hit
can't-
wonder,
I'm
huh?
not dropping him, but I'll stash him for a little bit just to see.
Yeah, I wouldn't drop Naheem Hines just yet because Naheem Hines is like this, man. I look at Naheem Hines as a situation back.
Yeah.
So if the Colts is down, he's gonna be the one eating, not Jonathan.
Hey, shout out to Greg on this one. The gig's up, man. The gig's up on Naheem Hines.
Yeah, I think.
Taylor had 26 carries.
Yeah,
And I think,
they're going
5
Taylor
or
route.
6.
I think it all depends on the
receptions.
defense that they play too.
So it's going to be the Taylor show out there.
I
Gigs up.
I was saying keep. I was gonna actually another receiver I was gonna keep. I said my drop was Kirk Cousins, but I would for right now. Hate to say it, Corey Davis.
You keeping Corey Davis?
I would keep Corey Davis for right now. I
only
wanna
because
see
of the
how-
injury.
Yeah, only because
Only
of the injury.
because of the injury.
And then once Brown comes back, I want to see how he does with Brown. And if it doesn't look good, then I'm dropping him. But for right now, he's good.
All right, next segment.
What's our locker code waiver wire pickups for you?
For me, man, if your waivers hasn't been run as yet,
You got one
or
pick.
even
One pick.
even if it's already ran, my sleeper of the week pick up and stash is Jeff Wilson. Jeff Wilson is gonna be what Mozart was last year. That's what they do in San Fran. That's what they do in San Fran, man. They create running backs.
All right. So you think even when Maserati comes back?
Breida was the year before. Maserati last year. They built running backs.
Okay.
If Wilson comes out and he's hot, Mozart's gonna take a bench for a while. It's gonna be Mozart and Wilson.
There's a possibility because that line is really good.
Yeah, Shanahan. That's what he does. He makes these running backs, and I just don't see what's his name being that McKinnon being that
guy.
other than the passing targets. Yeah. He doesn't go between the tackles. So
what do you got? B?
Not even when it was in Minnesota.
Your favorite waiver wire pick that you would pick up right now?
Definitely Mike Davis. Simply because C-Mac is out. Yeah, lone backfield back there. He can get between the tackles a little bit. He can catch the ball. They're going to be playing from behind a lot. Definitely a good pickup if your waivers haven't been ran.
I actually got either Ryan Tannehill. Sorry, hate to say. But also Gardner Minshew. Only because Gardner for the next 4 games, man, he got a really easy schedule.
Yeah.
Very easy schedule.
So if you have
Minshew.
a quarterback issue right now, I mean,
it's funny because Gardner did this last year.
Yeah.
And at one point, I think I picked him because I need him.
And then he fell off.
But he fell off, yeah. So it's interesting to see the consistency.
Right now. I think the team that he's playing is going to be favoring him right now.
I want to see the consistency.
Yeah. Let's go with Locker Code bowl predictions, man, this week. What do you got? We about to end this show.
Go ahead, PJ. I'll let you take this one first, man. Because
Locker Code bowl predictions. I'm gonna actually say something in your favor. Derrick Henry 3+ touchdowns.
Okay, I appreciate that.
That's love right there, bro.
That's mad love.
You gonna return the favor?
Yes, I am going to return the favor.
Your kicker gets hurt.
I'm not that evil, man. Like, damn, dog. Like, I'm not that evil.
Yo, my dude would be like, yo, the last kick you need.
All right. So this is the bold prediction, man. We split wins in the 2 leagues that we play each other against.
Ooh. So you're saying you're going to beat me in NFF though?
Yeah, definitely.
I knew you were saying. Yeah.
Wow.
Definitely that.
Jeez.
Definitely that.
All right, man. My Locker Code prediction, man. I think Herbert will have a monster game this week against the Panthers. Yo.
Yeah.
I think I'm sorry to say this. I think Tyrod takes an L again with another team, and Herbert is going to be the starter.
Yeah, I mean, since with Hard Knocks, Herbert looked great.
Yeah,
I told you guys, like, I was watching it and I was like,
accuracy was on
this
point.
dude is
accuracy,
ridiculous.
size, movement,
I had
everything.
pegged 4 games.
Yeah. Because we were looking at, we were like Jets and him.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think he gets an opportunity. I think he's gonna go off, and if he goes off, sorry, Tyrod.
Yeah.
It's not
for
your
real,
job
man.
anymore, yeah.
For real.
Man, shout outs, man. Go ahead, hit your shout outs, man.
Hey, man. Shout out to all the friends and family that came down to the beach this weekend. It was a great time. Shout out to you guys. Yo, this is one of my favorite things to do all week. I look forward to this. So go ahead, man.
Shout out to myself and NFF. I need this win. Need this win.
You just want to come brag next week, eh?
Not even brag.
We all both of us need this win this week.
Simply because I shouldn't be 0-2. There's other teams that are winning and are scoring way less points, and it's because of the opponents they're playing. So back-to-back weeks, I've had guys that just went off. Josh Jacobs 1 week, Russell Wilson the other week.
I want to shout out something from the NFF. Hey, shout out to Garfield, man. Shout out to Garfield. Hey, putting a smashing on Delhi. On Delhi, that was the number one. That was the number 1 team on week 1, and the dude had a lot of talk. I noticed he reduced his comments in the chat room, but shout out Delhi. I still love you, my dude. But
That's
shout out
usually what happens.
shout out to Garfield on that, man.
Yeah, good shout out,
Shout
man.
out.
Shout out to you boys, man. This joint is fun as hell. You know, when we come out here and do this thing, man. Shout out to Myth, hitting us up on certain things, projects. Shout out to the fam, man. Shout out to everything that we do, man. It's all love. Shout out to everybody in FF. Dynasty leagues, every league, man. Yo, Ren over here got mad shout outs, man.
Ren
Go
look
ahead,
like
hit
he's
him.
trying not to shout out. So
Yeah, man.
No. I wanna shout out DJ Chris, man.
Yeah,
DJ
man.
Yes, DJ Chris.
Listen to us
to us,
radio.
yo.
Just check it out. Listen to us radio. They show us mad love this past weekend. Shout out to DJ Chris for sure.
Yes, yo. Thanks again. Thank you guys. Thank you for listening to us. See Ren and PJ. Be sure to check us out on Locker Code on Twitter, Locker Code Podcast, lockercode.com, Facebook, just everywhere. Just shoot us out. Ask our questions. Shout out to Jose, man, for hitting us up. You know, great win.
Shout
over
out
the
to
weekend,
Camille
bro.
for watching the show.
Yes, yes.
Week 3, let's go.
We out. Jeez.